for updates in the world of football.
Sterling for Liverpool. He's seen Henderson face to face with Fernandinho. Henderson! Oh wow! Lifts the Anfield roof. Company's error, yes.
Formula One.
Near him, because down the inside now comes Carlos Sainz on Lewis Hamilton. Sainz just squeezes Hamilton, who goes over the rumble strip.
Cycling, boxing, basketball, and lots more. Listen to us live on Sport Rush, Mondays to Fridays, 12:30 p.m. to 1 p.m. on Al-IyamoyeTv Radio. For more inquiries, please call 0806 242 9799. Sports Rush, your everyday dose of sports.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Sportville on Al-IyamoyeTv and radio, and happy new week to you all. And I am Yazid Taoheed.
I'm sure they must share some sports.
I've been growing.
Okay, starting from the Women's World Cup, from the results of yesterday's Women's World Cup between Netherlands and South Africa, when one African team is out of the race, where Netherlands defeated South Africa 2-0, and also the former champion of the Women's World Cup, USA, has also been defeated and sent back home by Sweden on penalties 5-4. And also some the EFL Championship round 1, where Leicester City, who relegated last season from the Premier League, has played their first match in the championship match, defeating Coventry City 2-1. And also Leeds United, Cardiff City also played 2-2. And also Arsenal, which everyone thought Manchester City would, has always been defeating Arsenal. Defeat Arsenal yesterday. Let's not forget, Pep Guardiola's side has played against Arsenal 19 times, where Pep Guardiola has won 16 times. The remaining 3 is nothing to talk about. Maybe 2 draws and 1 win for Arsenal. And eventually, the student has eventually beaten his boss yesterday, Arteta, which has eventually showed his boss that I learned a lot from you, and now I'm using this to defeat you, which Arsenal went down to the penalties and also defeated Manchester City 4-1. And also club friendlies that came up yesterday between Manchester United and Athletic Club, where they also played 1-1. And also Newcastle defeated Villarreal 4-0. And also Dortmund defeated Ajax 3-1. And Nassau also playing the ARCL Cup, has also qualified to the semi-final, defeating Raja Club from the Moroccan side 3-1, with Cristiano Ronaldo Sultan and Seno Fofana scoring 3 goals for Al-Nassr. And also Napoli defeated Osborne yesterday 1-0. Let's take a look at the Women's World Cup. We had 3 African teams we qualified to this round of 16. We have likes of Nigeria, South Africa, and Morocco, and eventually South Africa has been sent back home by Netherlands. Yesterday, as you know, England are in the match against Nigeria, which are in the 41 minutes, and also 0-0 as they play on at the moment. Now, on England-Nigeria was to be our possible outcome today in the match.
Thank you very much, Yazid. I'm looking at the match before coming live on this program. I see Nigeria, the Nigeria women, they are so determined to defeat England. You know, what they were playing right from when the competition has started is quite different from what they're playing now, because looking at it, then we were talking about they are not playing with themselves, like tiki-taka. They're not doing all that. Like having the ball, just play the ball out, just for not to defeat you. You just, if you have the ball, you just play it out there. But looking at against England now, everybody's belief from this first half match of the game, we thought England would have defeated Nigeria, even not going to the second half at all. But looking at the match, if I should look at it in the possession, if I should look at it now, I will give it to England, but not to the expectation of what we expect of them, that they would defeat Nigeria like that. But Nigeria is coming out. Look at it. There was a chance which Lamsa played in middle, the second one, and the keeper has to save the goal. Even to our keeper as well, she was also so superb there. She has been saving some chances from England which they have played. So I see from my own side, looking at the end of this match, I can see Nigeria defeating England because the way they played at the time, if they can just play the way they are playing in this first half, they should continue like that. In the second half, I think they will defeat England because I see the winning mentality in them today.
The Super Falcons are really trying more than even expect what they are playing, what they're playing today. And don't forget, in their last 3 games in the group stage, they don't really play in a compact manner like that. They always give their opponents chance to press them. But if you look at the games against England so far, they're not giving England the breathing space. If you look at the setup from the coach of Super Falcons and Radon, you can see the reason why it doesn't start Asatu Oshoala. If you look at Uchenna Kanu that starts ahead of Asatu Oshoala, you will see this girl is trying, is running inside the box and coming to come and help the midfield as well. He's not giving the England central back, they're not giving them any breathing space, and he's also helping inside the midfield. At the minute is Asa, although those chances might have come to Asa Oshoala, he might have buried it, but if Asante Shola is there as well, he might have scored Nigeria, because if you look at the energy that these guys are playing with, they are playing with a zeal that we don't want to be defeated by England. All eyes are on England as okay, England will defeat Nigeria. Look at Lauren James. He's not to be found in the game so far. And all eyes on Lauren James. But don't forget, they still have Russo. They still have other players that can cause damage to Super Falcons of Nigeria. But in this game, as Super Falcons are playing so far, they are saving chances as well. The England goalkeeper has saved, and Nadozie as well has saved as well. But still, the game going to extra time. The Super Falcons using their strength to get to the penalty shot, and I say Super Falcons winning the game in the penalty shot with Nadozie being the star man, the star woman of the game, saving penalties. Okay, so you are saying the match isn't going to end at 19th minute where one wins the game. Like the tempo of the game, I said the match getting to the maybe extra time. But extra time is my possible one might end up in winning. But I'm very sure that Super Falcons of Nigeria, I hope Super Falcons of Nigeria will win the match. Okay, Super Falcons of Nigeria would win the match for the Nigerian side. Okay, now let's quickly talk about Kylian Mbappe, which has been pushed down to the Team B side of PSG. On the loss of PSG, they are losing. On Mbappe as well, he's losing as well, because there are some endorsement deals that he has signed that he needs to be very active on the field of play. The money will come in for Kylian Mbappe. Commercial wise, both sides are losing. But who is losing most? I think PSG are losing most, because there are some commercial data that are based on Kylian Mbappe appearance at PSG, that PSG will be able to get money. And I think at the end of the day, we can still see Kylian Mbappe leaving PSG. Don't forget, it's still possible for Kylian Mbappe to go to Chelsea, because I still wonder why Chelsea are yet to release the official jersey number for their players next season. If you look at it very well, Liverpool has revealed, Man City has revealed, Arsenal has revealed, most teams, Man U has revealed, and Chelsea are yet to reveal. It means something is cooking. Look at Esveda, they said something in the preseason in the APS series. And Christian Nkunku, when he got to Chelsea, what Kylian Mbappe was saying, there must be something cooking between Chelsea and PSG on Kylian Mbappe. So it's still possible, and I still say Kylian Mbappe will not sit down on bench necessarily for PSG. He rather go on loan, and they ever sign him. Maybe they sign him on a little amount of money, and Madrid had a deal with the team that sign him and go to Madrid. But I don't see him still being at PSG. I see him leaving PSG, maybe joining that team, or possibly EPL.
Thank you very much. What I would say to that is just because to Kylian Mbappe being demoted to Team B, into Team B of Paris Saint-Germain, it will affect him that much. But as somebody has said, probably we see him leaving this season, leaving PSG. Looking at about Chelsea, I saw it. Todd was like, he didn't want to sign Kylian Mbappe, but the money is much. They don't want to sign him up that. But for coming on loan, Todd Bowley did not want him to just sign a season. He wants him to sign like 3-4 years with Chelsea. That was what is still, because Todd Bowley and Al-Khelafi has talked. But like, okay, no problem. But Chelsea Toboli was like, I want him to sign like 3-4 years, and Kylian Mbappe did not want to do that. He only want to sign a season. After that, moving back to Real Madrid. So he did not want to do that. But I see it at the end of before this transfer window would end. I see Kylian Mbappe leaving Paris Saint-Germain to another team entirely. Probably it may be EPL or it may be another thing. But I see him going to EPL and probably on Chelsea's side if eventually they reach an agreement together.
Okay, and Arsenal Manchester City's match where Arsenal slightly came back at the 98th plus 8 minutes where Trossard scored a goal where it was deflected by Akanji into Odegaard's net, and now went into the penalties where Arsenal defeated Manchester City 4-1. What was about the match that Arsenal were lacking yesterday?
Let's look at the game from the beginning to the 86, 85 minutes. If you look at again, most of the games were on Man City. They have a lot of possessions, but their possessions doesn't come with chances. If you look at the game, Ramsey doesn't have much chance to save games yesterday. Even though, despite Arsenal not being on the front foot on the possession yesterday, they still have some chances that were saved by Man City goalkeeper yesterday. But if let's look at it for example from aspect of Arsenal, I think Mikel Arteta should now decide after the injury of Gabriel Jesus. Let him decide who should lead the line. You know, I said it on Saturday. I said, I know Kai Havertz will lead the line. I know because of the injury, he might want to be using Kai Havertz as a false nine now. But let's look at the performance of Kai Havertz yesterday. I'm not surprised about Kai Havertz's performance. Because same performance he played for Chelsea, same performance he replicated yesterday. Kai Havertz at Chelsea, we know if Kai Havertz is used as a false nine, defenders are not, they don't always fear. Have the fairness for Havertz. They know Kai Havertz will not stay inside the box. He will only come in the middle of the park to help the midfielder, and he's not that strong to know how to bully defenders. So yesterday you saw two clear-cut chances. Let's say the first chance was he struggled to score the goal. But look at the second chance. It's very normal clinical goal scoring striker. You score such a goal. So if Arsenal want to go to want to be a tight contender, they want to win the league, they need to find a solution to their striking position. Look at when they brought on Eddie Nketiah. Look at Ruben Diaz and John Stones. They need to up their game. Look at when Havertz was still there. Most of their defenders attacked. You will even see Ruben Diaz in the half of Arsenal. Same thing at John Stones. Just as if he's playing from two. You will see other attacking so much yesterday. And I think maybe when you don't start the game against Nottingham Forest, he will still strike Havertz. Look at when they brought on Trossard. The style of play of Trossard makes Kyle Walker to stood fair to the right side yesterday. Look at Martinelli. I said on Saturday that I don't expect him to start Martinelli
at all.
Look at his performance. It was woeful, and then I can't blame Bukayo Saka because the person that play from the right side is the kind of player that always bully. And we know Bukayo is that flexible. That's why him being a black player. So Bukayo yesterday tried to bully, and that's why I think Bukayo got it right at around 80 minutes with the sub tactical tweak, and I think Guardiola made some mistakes, not starting Kevin De Bruyne. But let's say because it's still a preseason game, and I think but Arsenal is going. I think it's a statement for teams that okay, Arsenal are going to the league with a winning mentality. But don't let us forget last season, Liverpool won the Community Shield against Man City. At the end of the day, they end up being in 5th position. But I think Arsenal, they really tried yesterday, having chances to score goals, but the kind of game Arsenal play yesterday, they are not that patient enough to press Man City high. So I think we should expect much from both sides next season. Man City, I don't think the game will weigh them down. They're up for the game against Burnley next week. I think the game is very even between both sides.
Thank you very much. Well, I have not so much to talk about this, but the two things I will just say in the Arsenal team, Arsenal still need 2 players. One from the midfield, one have from the forward, which is the striker. The two things Arsenal need in the team. If Arsenal can just get these two players, I think Arsenal will be perfect.
Do you think they need midfielder?
Yes. You know why I said so is this? For a defensive midfielder, they only have Declan Rice and Thomas Partey.
Jorginho.
Leave Jorginho from this. Why I'm saying leave Jorginho from this is Jorginho is very flexible. He's not that aggressive that you think he is. He knows how to. We talked about this before. Jorginho knows how to pass. When they have the ball, he can throw the pass to any length. When it comes to defensive, he's not that aggressive. He's very tactically defensive. Just putting the leg. If he has the ball, fine. If he did not, he will just. But for him to tackle with a striker or a midfielder like you are going nowhere, you can't schedule him that.
But do you see? Arsenal have like 6 midfielders now.
What I'm saying is, defensive midfielder, which is Thomas Partey, Declan Rice, those two players are very aggressive. Why I say? Because looking at yesterday, which Thomas Partey had an injury. Probably if it is more than that, he will be out of the team for like some weeks. We won't have Declan Rice. So you can't stand on with Declan. When we discussed about this thing, we talked about the formation like using Declan Rice, Havertz, and Martin Odegaard. And we only said Declan Rice cannot do this thing alone. It's because of the help of Partey yesterday. The two of them were so superb. Whenever you see Declan Rice that has missed any chances, Partey will come. Partey will come there. If Partey makes the chance, you will see Declan Rice because the two guys. When I was watching the match, I said Declan Rice like he was talking with the player. I don't know. The player was running. When the guy got to the player, it was just like an arm like this bare or with the other player, and the player fell down. So if Jorginho can never do that, he only want to like let me have the ball with me. So if they can have, that's what I said. If defensive midfielder, they need a defensive midfielder. That's what I'm talking. Not an attacking midfielder. You have a lot of midfielders, which has not good. But a defensive midfielder may be their problem. So a striker, if they have a good point man, a good number 9, that's like perfect and good from my own side. But looking at Manchester City yesterday, they played well. But if you look at some players there, which is Mateo Kovacic, I think he hasn't understood what Manchester is all about. After the match, they showed Gundogan. After the match yesterday, they showed Gundogan. They were talking about Gundogan yesterday. What Gundogan has done. Gundogan has been with the team for long. So looking at Mateo Kovacic, he played well. I'm not saying he did not play well. But there's some thing they did not understand about Kovacic. I didn't mean it was Chelsea. They know what he would. When he's turning, they know what he would do. Like, okay, we pass. The player may have break the run. But looking at Kovacic, when he's turning, some players did not know what to do. But if it were to be De Bruyne was there, I'm coming. If De Bruyne was there, De Bruyne understand Alan very well. They know this or that. And Kovacic will also up his game when they have De Bruyne at the midfield. Yeah. Because Kovacic, Rodrigo, he's giving, because the two of them were just look alike. He's giving Kovacic a problem. Rodrigo was giving a problem as well. So if De Bruyne was there, they started the match together. Alan was there. I believe if it is De Bruyne and Kovacic, Alan will play more than the way he played yesterday. So looking at the team, I believe they all played well, which I give them the kudos. But Arsenal, let's look out to Arsenal next season. In this coming season, which will start by Friday, which Burnley will play against Manchester City. So this season will be very, 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 very a beautiful one, which everyone will love to see and to watch. So I think we have that for next season.
Okay, let's take a short break from here. When we get back from the breaker, we talk on Arsenal option in the striking position and also discuss on some rumors and transfers going on around. Do stay with us. Thank you.
Thousands have been disappointed severally in their bid to seek greener pasture abroad. To those quack in the traveling agency business, it is a rocket science. That is not our case at Taoheed Travels and Tour. We have with and secure your permanent sitting and student visa It's Staff Travels on Tour. Our years of experience and expertise speaks volume for us. Let's process and secure visa for you within or twinkle. What are you waiting for? Consult us at number 9 South Central Mall, Sholanke Street, behind La 802-733-0900 or 0800. Stop wasting money. Pay for peace of mind. Talk to Taoheed Travels.
Aláfẹ́ tó gbayì tó fẹ́ wọṣọ yìí ṣoge tó pàgbàmù ló ń kọjá lọ sí House of Zayana. House of Zayana, the name I know when we talk of top-notch fashion, quality materials and class. House of Zayana, lẹ́tí máa rójúlówó Turkey wears, Egypt and Malaysia clothing, Dubai, àwọn designer lóríṣiríṣi, àwọn ìtẹ̀lẹ̀ bàtà tó jẹ́ àjọ tó designer sunglasses and pẹ̀lú tóbìnrin àsìkò fi ń hà mo ṣe ká mi ní ó ra gbogbo ẹ̀sìn tẹ fashion tẹ wà hijab àti àbáyà lóríṣiríṣi. House of Zayana lẹ́ò ti rí gbogbo ẹ̀ rà. House of Zayana wà ní 52 Olùjẹ́ Redeemed Church Agape Parish Ọlọ́runṣògo Abẹ́òkúta. Lórí Instagram House of Zayana 08165688618. House of Zayana, ilé ìtajà tá a ti ń tojúlówó aṣọ àti nǹkan aṣaralóge tí ń gbéni níyì. Gbogbo aláfẹ́ tó gbayì tó fẹ́.
Welcome back to Sportville on Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. Okay, starting with Arsenal, I want to bring a switch in the striking option. Can't they use Trossard, Martinelli in the striking option, and Saka at right hand side?
Trossard, Martinelli
in the striking option. Martinelli in the striking option, then Saka at the right, where Martinelli and Trossard can switch positions.
What would I say? I won't support that. Okay. You know, if you had to use a striker, you go for a striker. Those players we're talking about, they are not striker. You just want to, this is just like Kai Havertz, be the first 9. It's not a permanent points man. You know, when we're talking about points man, we talk about Victor Osimhen, we talk about Ellen Ireland. Yeah. We talked about Badminton Ground, which Manchester United just got. Yeah. We talk about Jackson, which has had. We talk about Harry Kane. That is point man. So if you are talking about Trossard, Martinelli, if you want to talk about striker at Arsenal, Nketiah can still fill the space. Yeah. Folarin Balogun can still fill the space. It can still fill the space. But Arsenal doesn't believe in those players. Yes. I won't say Arsenal, Mikel Arteta. They did not believe in them. I really believe in them. He would have tried bringing in Nketiah earlier than the time. Even if it is not Nketiah, Folarin Balogun is still there. Why can't you just try this guy? Look at him. Let's know how we can be able to do this thing. If you perform well or you wouldn't. But you did not do any of such. So that's why I said Arsenal need a good points man. I mean that they had a good points man, Arsenal would not be doing all this. Looking at the Kai Havertz, the chances he missed, if it was Ellen Ireland that has the chances, we won't be talking in the way we were talking now. We believe he's a points man. That's his normal thing for him to normal player. and normal goal scoring. So I think Arsenal need a point, my good point, but not Trossard coming as a striker, Martinelli coming as a striker. I won't support that.
My take on that is that Arsenal fans should still expect Kai Havertz to lead the line for them pending the time basis come back from injury.
Why should they be expected? Why can't Arsenal go for just a point?
I know Mikel Arteta will not go for another goal scoring striker at all. Because if he goes for a striker now, they will now have a problem in the team. Having Jesus, Eden Nketiah, another striker coming in. And buying a striker now, we need to spend the huge amount of money on that particular striker. And I mean, he has seen it enough. He'll have leave Afolarin Balogun in the team. But now, the Jesus are injured. They only have one recognized striker, which is Eden Nketiah. He doesn't trust Eden Nketiah. So Kai Havertz will still start as the first 9. But after, when Jesus comes back from injury, we will see more of Martinelli sitting on the bench. In my opinion, see more of Martinelli sitting on the and starting Gabriel Jesus and Kai Havertz. And we're starting from the left hand side. Kai Havertz started as the first 9. Because he has seen it all against Barcelona in the preseason. He used Partey and Declan Rice. We saw what Thomas Partey did against Barcelona.
Of course.
We saw what Thomas Partey did yesterday as well.
Yes.
We can, Arteta cannot do the mistake. I mean, make the mistake of releasing Thomas Partey
At all.
and I go with Thomas Partey, Declan Rice, and Odegaard in the midfield. So it's left for Arsenal to go and look for a position to put Kai Havertz. Yes, I don't see Havertz as what Arsenal needs.
60 million player.
Thank God Chelsea got the money. I think someone is at the backside doing something for Chelsea to make. Because I to be sincere, Kai Havertz, I'm not surprised with his performance yesterday. I expect such.
That is how he's playing.
That is no. Even though you will see him on the field of play as if he's not concerned. The body language of Kai Havertz is like Mesut Ozil.
No, he will perform well at Arsenal because Mikel Arteta want to use him where he knows that.
Will Kai Havertz score 15 goals for Arsenal?
Probably he may.
Probably he may.
For Arsenal.
He may.
Not for Chelsea anymore.
He may.
For Arsenal.
Will he score? Answer yes or no.
I would say he may. Yes or no.
Yes or no.
I will choose the both. Yes or no.
Choose both.
I will choose
yes or no.
I will choose yes.
Yes or no. Kai Havertz will score 15 goals. Yes or no?
No.
No.
What would you say no?
I'm with you as well. He can't even score 12 goals.
You look down on Kai Havertz.
I think he should give any Nketiah a chance.
Against Nottingham Forest, he's scoring brace. Yes.
They play.
Okay, Bayern Munich are hurrying up at Tottenham Hotspur to be quicker on the deal with Harry Kane because they have taken their final bid, which is 100 million euros on Harry Kane, with Tottenham Hotspur hasn't even made a single response on the deal.
Tottenham were to collect, they want to have like 120 million on Harry Kane, not 100. Because they were like, a lot of players are being bought at 100, which Harry Kane are far more better than them. So they were like, if you can bring in 120, that was like Bayern Munich just bring in 100 million. Let's see if you will accept this, so we can have Harry Kane into our team. But Tottenham did not want to go with that. But I did, because they did not made a decision yet. But Bayern Munich were like, give us what you need. Let us know if you are collecting this. Let us know if you are not. So we can go for, because Sadio has left the team. And they need another substitution to cover up for Sadio.
My take on that is, if Tottenham Hotspur starts their game this weekend and they still have Harry Kane in the team, and they start next week game as well, they still have Harry Kane in the team. Forget about Harry Kane joining Bayern Munich.
Look at the Bayern preseason they played. He scored 4 goals.
Yes.
And they won. Harry Kane scored 4 goals. But you expect Tottenham to just...
Don't forget, yesterday after scoring the 4 goals, he was trying...
that doesn't...
It's possible a goodbye message.
Yeah.
It's possible.
It's possible. From his own side.
Yes.
But Daniel Levy did not want to leave him.
Primarily, if Bayern Munich bring him the amount of money, don't forget, Harry Kane has said it so that he want to give me 20 million pounds to add to the money and get out and buy it.
I said he also want to leave Brighton. He said it when they were in the conference like that. He said it. I want to leave.
Me, I still believe Caicedo will still join Chelsea.
But he said he wasn't even saying the 100 million was too much that they should reduce. But Brighton said you are going nowhere. Roberto De Zerbi said you are going nowhere. I want to use you.
Don't forget yesterday he said something. If Caicedo leaves,
they will bring in a player.
So it means
they're
not. If you look at the comment of Azabi yesterday, you will see they are now trying to be defeated by Chelsea with the kind of the attitude of Moise Caicedo. Don't forget, Cucurella, same thing last year. Same Cucurella, when they want to play the season, they said Cucurella had an injury. Not knowing that after 7 days he will join Chelsea. Okay. So same thing applicable to Caicedo now.
That doesn't. Look at when we got Sanchez from them. Why can't they?
But Sanchez's deal is very different. He's out of the team already last season.
Why can't they bring it on? Because the players are coming from the same team. Why can't they just talk about the two players? Let's bring in this two
very different deal.
Okay, we've come to the end of Sports Vibes today on Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. Don't forget to like, follow, share, and comment on all our programs on Facebook Al-IyamoyeTv Radio, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the notification bell for more programs like this. I remain Yazid Taoheed.
I'm sure Ali Moshe does some response.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining us. I am Ibrahim.
Tell you a goodbye.